Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alabama Reloader here. Just wanted to, I guess, put out a new video. This is the latest addition to the reloading channel. It is a, let's see here. Oh yeah, so I've got my daughter here with me. Baby G, and she wanted me to let everyone out there in YouTube land know that she just made her own video with a bunch of toys, and she wanted to see.
And I crushed them, and we are seeing.
What did you crush them with?
A hammer, and we crushed like lots of toys.
We crushed. Yep.
And they exploded a lot.
And they exploded. Yep. We crushed lots of. She wanted to see what would happen to the toys if she hit them with a hammer, and so I told her I thought that would be a great YouTube video for her to make and upload. Maybe her and her mom can get together and upload something. Yeah.
You could borrow your camera.
Yeah, you could borrow the camera for the video. So, but back to topic at hand. This is a Remington Model 783 bolt action rifle. This is probably the cheapest bolt action rifle that Remington makes. Cheapest scoped rifle. I think it's just cheapest rifle in general. I don't think they make a cheaper rifle than the 783. It's not, okay, I mean, yeah, we'll just call it what it is, okay? I mean, it was crap, it's a $219 rifle. That's how much, that was the sticker price. For the rifle and the scope, 219 bucks. So that's about as cheap as you're going to find it. The only rifle cheaper than that was that I've bought was the Thompson Center Compass. Back when Thompson Center was running the rebate, I think it was like a $75 rebate, and a local gun store had them for what was it, $225. Yeah, and then so after the rebate, you end up paying 150 bucks for the rifle. I mean, that's pretty doggone cheap. But this one was pretty cheap as well, and it came with a scope on it. So hard to pass that deal up. This was $219 over at Mr. Big Guns in Huntsville. So shout out to Matt and his staff. They did a really great sales job on this. They said, "Hey, do you want to buy this rifle?" I said, "How much is it?" They said $219. I said, "Yeah." So that was a pretty tough sale. But some of the features, so it has a free float barrel, so not too bad there. It's got an adjustable trigger. Well, let's see, we got the owner's manual. Oh yeah, fancy. Owner's manual for that bad boy. So it's got a 22-inch barrel. It's a 1 in 9 twist. This one happens to be in 223. So I actually bought two of these. One is still on layaway. So I bought this one 223, and the other one is a 7mm 08. So really looking forward to getting that one off layaway and messing around with it. That'll be the first 7mm 08 that I've owned. So we'll see how that goes. But 22-inch barrel, 5-round capacity on the, let's see here. Let's see if we can. Yep. On the old magazine, 5-round capacity. What else? Adjustable trigger. Something that I'm not a huge fan of. If I can get this thing out and show y'all. No, we've had enough. Is the bolt itself. So pretty skinny handle there on the bolt, and yeah, I have a blue bracelet on. My daughter made it for me, and yeah, I like it. So
yeah, I make like almost every bracelet you will see in his video or my video. You'll see a bracelet that was handmade by me. Handmade
by you, that's right.
So all the bracelets were made
handmade by you. Yep. So I don't know. It's pretty short there on the bolt, and gets kind of tight when you're in here trying to manipulate the bolt close to the scope. That can kind of be a headache. I mean, not a big deal. Again, for a $220 gun, kind of hard to complain. I mean, you know what you're getting when you're paying that much. Synthetic stock, yeah, pretty cheap feel on the stock. That's to be expected. It says it's a crossfire adjustable trigger. That's what I'm just reading that right off the instruction manual here. The scope is not even a brand. I mean, it doesn't list any type of brand, so it's just a cheap 3 to 9 power variable power scope, 40 millimeter objective. Has just your typical crosshair. Reticle. It's yeah, I think it'd be a halfway decent shooter. I bought this basically because I was going back and forth on the load development, the Coyote round that I'm trying to load up using a 55 grain bullet. I've already got a really good load developed for my Ruger American Ranch rifle using 69 grain match burners for the barns. And I was like, you know, I was kind of going back and forth. I was like, well, I don't know. I was like, whatever. This gun was just cheap enough. I said, I'll buy this one and work up the 55 grain load in it. And pretty much I shot a bunch of 55 grain loads through the Ruger Ranch. Didn't really get halfway decent performance, or performance that I expected. Expectations might have been a little too high, but didn't perform like I wanted them to, and I just didn't want to keep going back and tweaking and fine tuning and all. When I've already got a really good load established for that rifle, we're just going to leave it at that. That's going to shoot the 69 grains, 69 grain barns out of it. So this is the rifle that we're going to use for the Coyote load for the 55 grain. We've got 2 different bullet types that we're going to be using: the Hornady SP SX and then the Spear Gold Dot, both 55 grain bullets. So, yep, more to follow on the load development for this rifle. I think that's about it. Distance to the land, so I've already loaded some up. I've actually loaded, let's see what we have. Voila, there we go. I've got two 10-shot Satterley load tests worked up, using each bullet. I think I started at the max charge using H322. Yeah, H322 is the powder. Started at 23.1 grains, worked backwards in 0.2 of a grain increment. So we'll see how that load development works out. We'll check the velocities, see where we get some flat spots, some pressure nodes, and then attack there. Let's see here. So wanted to. Oh yeah, here we go. So I've got the Lyman tiered tray. That's what I'm a big fan of. Pretty much in all my reloading, I think I've got 6 of them right now. Probably going to add some more. But if you wanted a good reloading block comparison video, YouTube Bling Bling Bob. That is, yep, that is his name. Bling Bling Bob. That's him. That's the guy. He came across one of my pictures on Instagram, on my Instagram page, and asked what my channel was. So he subscribed. He's out there. What's going on? Bling Bling Bob. He is from Australia, I believe. I think that's correct. So he's got a bunch of videos up. I've been able to watch a couple, and so go check his channel out. Yeah, Bling Bling Bob. That's it. And he's got a really, I think it's the latest video he just uploaded, going over the different reloading blocks. So go check him out. Subscribe to that. Check out that video if you're looking at different reloading trays, reloading blocks. He does a pretty good job of breaking those down, pros and cons, and giving his feedback and opinion on those. So rifle, you'll be seeing more of this. You'll probably be seeing more of these targets. So I picked these up at Mr. Big Guns as well. I really like them, especially for load development. I think there's maybe 12. I think there's 12 total targets on there to shoot at. So I really like those, keeping everything on one sheet of paper, especially if you're doing, you know, 10 5-shot groups and that type of stuff. It's just kind of keeps everything neat and on one sheet, hopefully, if you have everything on paper to begin with. If the monsoon in Alabama will ever stop, we will get back out to the range. I think this week we're expected to have somewhere in the neighborhood of like 10 inches of rain. So if that would ever subside, we will get out to the range. We'll get this thing bore sighted and start working. Yeah, we'll get those Saturday load tests, get those loads through the chronograph, get the velocity data. We'll graph it. We'll come back here, make another video. Hey, here's where the pressure nodes are, velocity nodes, where everything starts to flatten out and plateau, and then we'll explore those regions, see if we can work up a pretty decent load. So it'll be interesting to see how this rifle performs, given the fact that it is 220 bucks. Extremely cheap scope, just cheap overall setup. But something that is pretty cool is this rifle is actually made here locally in Huntsville. Remington opened up a factory nearby, and this rifle came out of the Huntsville facility. So it has it stamped right there on the barrel. Pretty neat. There you go. So again, picked up the rifle dirt cheap over at Mr. Big Guns. You can check out their website. I'll put a link down in the description. Matt and his staff, you know, drop in, see them, say hey, let them know I sent you, or you heard about them on my channel. And then check out their website. They also have a Facebook page, Mr. Big Guns. So there you go. That's it. New rifle for the channel. We'll also have the 7mm 08 version soon, hopefully. So there you go. More to follow on this. So hope you have a good one.